Thokozani, Thokozani Bagwantuni Njani. I am back again. This is the eve of the long-awaited solar eclipse that is happening tomorrow. The solar eclipse will be visible more in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, everyone will be asleep when this takes place. Therefore, you will not be able to actually see the eclipse, but I wanted to come on now and share a little bit about why this eclipse is important. I've already shared before, but just on the eve, I thought it's really important that I drive a certain point home. Remember also, tomorrow, April the 8th, Monday, is also the new moon. Obviously, there'd be no eclipse if we didn't have the new moon, because this is a time now when the new moon will totally cover the sun, so that for about 4 minutes there will be no sunlight visible on the earth at that time. What I wanted to emphasize with this particular live, remember, we are in the season of Auset, in the season of Unomkhubulwane Uma Wetu. And in the southern hemisphere, what this means is we are literally in the womb of Unomkhubulwane, meaning to say we are at our most spiritual. Now, I, over the last year, 2 years, have been talking about a time such as what we are going to experience come Monday and beyond, which is the separation. The great separation is going to be happening from Monday and beyond. And I have been telling people this is the time from 2 years ago to start getting yourself ready. To start getting yourself ready for this new world. With this solar eclipse, we mark the exit out of the age of Pisces, 2000 plus something year age of Pisces, into the age of Aquarius. With this eclipse, we mark the transition out of 3D into 5D, meaning we are now experiencing the end of the 3D, or the state of the world that we've been knowing, many of us, because we were born into this age of Pisces, and we transition into a totally different age, which is the age of Ma'at, the age of Aquarius, the age of the divine feminine. Now, many are going to be left behind. There's nothing we can do about that. And I see a lot of people asking questions like, what can we do in preparation for the eclipse? Nothing. Because if you have not been preparing for the last several months, for the last few years, this change is happening with or without you. At this point, there is very little I can tell you what to do in order to prepare. The only thing I can tell you is you can't have fear. Why? Because fear will keep you trapped in 3D, along with the palm-colored creatures and all those other two-legged creatures who really are the reason why we are at the point we're at today. So fear is a low vibrational emotion that is going to keep you trapped. Remember, I have said this before, these low vibrational entities, these palm-colored creatures, feed off of our fear energy. They feed off of our fear energy. They feed off of our pain. And when you are feeling oppressed and tortured and in pain, this is what they gain their strength from. This is why for centuries they have kept us in the state that we're in, perpetual poverty, keeping us stuck in the root chakra, scarcity mentality, all those fears and anxieties that come with lack. They made us forget that we are a people of abundance. We are very abundant. The only thing is our abundance was taken from us by them. And so if you choose to stay stuck in fear, to stay stuck in negative thinking, to stay stuck in pain, to stay stuck in anxieties and depression, you are going to be trapped, and you will stay behind with them while everybody else transition into 5D. I've said before, 5D is not a place, it is a dimension, meaning we could all be existing in the same place. You will still see me, but we'll be totally functioning on different timelines. Meaning to say the things I see and witness and experience will not be the things you see, witness, and experience. The things that I will be enjoying, you won't be able to enjoy them because you won't be able to access them. Does this make sense? So I'm trying to share with you some tips, last minute tip. The only thing I can say is do not be in fear. The other thing I can tell you too is try to stay high vibrational. We are in the season of our set. You need to guard your thoughts at this time. You need to police how you think. Because anything, listen to me well, anything that you focus on at this time is going to manifest, it is going to happen. If you focus on the fact that you're sick, you're going to stay sick and stay chronically sick. If you manifest and you picture in your mind's eye a beautiful life ahead of you, you picture peace, you picture a home, you picture a great love, you picture children, whatever it is you desire deeply, that is what is going to register this time and it will stick. So right now, your destiny, your future, your fate is squarely in your hands, Bagwantu. And there's nothing I can do, nothing I can say that will change that fact. I need you to understand this on the eve of this eclipse, because come tomorrow and this shift happens, we're done. You will probably still see me, still see others, but what you will be experiencing and what the rest of us will be experiencing are totally different because we are on different timelines. The other thing is you need to create for yourself a daily mantra. Start tonight with that mantra of that positive thing. If you are prone to negative thoughts, if you're prone to scattered thoughts, create a mantra that you will start saying to yourself out loud until you start reciting it subconsciously. We talked about shadow work a while ago. Shadow work should have been done by now. If you haven't done your shadow work now, I feel for you. You're going to feel this shift also in your physical body. Why? Because there's going to be a huge shift in frequency. Many of us are feeling it already. I had to cancel consultations because I cannot do it. I have been going through the most for the last couple of days. It's going to intensify. It's going to intensify tomorrow and into a few days after. Therefore, if you are not conscious, you will literally take yourself to the hospital because you're going to think something is seriously wrong with you. Remember, when we talk about frequency, we're talking about energy, we're talking about electricity. You may start to feel heart palpitations and wonder what is wrong with your heart. Meanwhile, there's really nothing with your heart. I had that this week. There was a time I literally felt like I was being electrocuted because I would feel electrical energy going through my body. And my heart would start to race. I've been experiencing heat like no other, where suddenly my body gets so hot, I literally feel like I need to undress and go and jump in a frozen lake. That's how intense that was. And I'm still cycling that energy. Remember, Earth is renewing herself. We are in the age of renewal. The very sun is renewing itself, hence the eclipse. Therefore, what is going to happen? You are a child of the sun, as above, so is below. Therefore, you are going to be renewed also. Remember, I reminded you guys to prepare your bodies for a time such as this. Fasting. Listening to your body and rejecting the things that your body tells you it no longer wants. Some people had to let go of dairy. Some people had to let go of meat. Some people had to let go of all sorts of things, fish, whatever it is. You had to listen to your body because your body, your higher self, was telling you at that time things to let go of in preparation for this. Did you do it? Probably not. I remember telling people, please minimize alcohol or stay away totally because it's going to feel like hell inside your body. Did you guys listen? I told you to hydrate. Eat hydrating fruits, watermelon, cucumber. Drink hydrated water. Drink your water from what do you call this? A copper cup. Why? Because I knew that you had to supply your body enough electrons, enough minerals, so that when this electrical shift happened, your body was not going to go into shock. Did any of you listen? I don't know. And so here we are now on the eve of this eclipse. And all I can say is, see you on the other side. Literally. Whatever the other side looks like, see you on the other side, because this is happening whether we like it or not. This is a very crucial time. As we enter the age of Aquarius, like I said, the earth is renewing herself. Therefore, you are going to be renewing yourself. Whether you're conscious of it or not, it is happening. I have talked to a lot of healers where I've said to them, our innate abilities are coming back strong. What does that mean? Our ability to do things, to waterbend, to play with fire, our ability to communicate telepathically, all our natural abilities are coming back, many of which we lost in the age of Pisces because we forgot who we were because of the oppressive system we lived in. That's gone. So we're going back to factory settings, to being who and what we are. And I even said, do not be scared of those abilities. Some of you have already experienced them. Some of us have known for a couple of years because we saw this huge change in ourselves. Well, that huge change post tomorrow is going to be real and it's going to be there. We could never have had our natural abilities given back to us in the age of Pisces because we would have been destructive with them. These natural abilities are now coming back because there is an understanding between Inyanga, i.e. the Nyangas, the healers. The word Nyanga means also moon, which also means Auset, the master magician. Those who are aligned with her will get those natural abilities back because now we are squarely in the spiritual war for that which is ours. So we will need those natural abilities, which is why they're going to come back and come back strong. However, I did also warn that those healers who have been up to no good, who have been using whatever abilities they have for their own benefit, and for the oppression of Bagwantu, they are going to be done away with. We are entering that age. Many are going to be unalived. Facts. I'm not making this up. I'm just passing on a message. So if you know you're one of those healers, it's so late. It's late. But you must understand and remember my words, when things start happening, you cannot say you didn't know. You cannot say you were not warned. And so in this age of renewal, be conscious of the fact that there's a lot about your life that is going to be given a new lease, or like resuscitation. If it was on life support, if it is good for you, it's going to get a boost. There are those who have been diligent about doing the work on self spiritually. Those people's manifestations are about to go out the roof. There's some people who are about to manifest wealth in ways that will shock the world. Many of you who have been diligent and honest in living in Ma'at are about to witness the most amazing things happen in their lives. Because this age of Aquarius is about the restoration of order and harmony and peace and joy and love. Those who have allowed themselves to be used for nefarious things, well, Ma'at is judgment, right? The scales. This is the time you will meet with Anpu, who is conscience, and Sekhmet, the one who burns all traces of evil. This is the time that happens. Like I said, I don't know what to share with you at this point anymore. I just thought I would come on. I had this on my spirit to just come on and say to those Abantu who have been watching, listening, learning, practicalizing the knowledge, because remember, it's about putting into practice. Otherwise, all that I have done and many others have done is literally just waste your time and hours. If you have in any way, shape, or form been practicalizing the knowledge that we have shared, get ready for some fantastic times. For those who have had some kind of ailment or sickness in your bodies, you have the ability at this precious time to speak life into yourself. Because remember what I said, whatever you focus on now is going to stick. You have this rare opportunity to speak life into your body, to speak life into your soul, and heal yourself. Your body will tell you where it's aching. Your body will tell you spaces and places where there are the beginnings of disease, where there is inflammation. Listen to your body and then speak life into that. If it's your liver, if it's whatever. By the way, you can't then be saying, yo, my liver needs help. Meanwhile, you're holding a drink in one hand. Aibo. Remember, you cannot fool umoya. You cannot fool spirit at this time. Trying to lie to spirit at this time is like you're lying to yourself, and that will be no good for you at all. So at this time in this wonderful season of Umawe to Uauset, she is here to support you. But you're going to have to be very honest with yourself. And in the last few hours we have left, I don't know how much you can shift, but intention is everything, right? Intention and deep, heartfelt desire, emotions, energy in motion is everything. Auset responds to emotion, energy in motion. If your intentions are pure and your emotions are aligned with the thing that you're thinking and saying, it will be. My suggestion is have a goal, have a plan, write something down so that you can focus your thoughts on what it is you want to see on the other side when that energy hits. When you all wake up in the Southern Hemisphere on the 9th, not the 8th, the 9th, because this for you is going to happen during our daytime here in the Northern Hemisphere, which is your nighttime. So about 3:30 here in the afternoon will be about 9:30 or so your side. You could be indoors and asleep, that's fine. But know that on the 9th, going forward, you'll feel it when you wake up that, yeah, there's been a change. We are also going to see a lot of chaos. Why? Because Set Umbidlizi will always be around wherever good things are happening. That is something I have taught you guys, and that is something you need to be conscious of so that you are not derailed from the thing that you're focusing on. You're not derailed from this manifestation, this goal, this plan, this mantra that you're saying. Do not let anything or anyone take this opportunity away from you. This is where your emotional intelligence, I've spoken about emotional intelligence. I've spoken about self-mastery. If you haven't watched those things, go on YouTube and watch that series. Binge watch it tonight. So you know how to handle your emotions so that you're not moved from the purity of your intention and from the thoughts of the things you want to manifest, which will be followed by the appropriate emotion, which is what uNomkhubulwane will respond to. The sun is renewing himself, Umvelinqangi, during this eclipse. It's the season of renewal. It's the age of renewal. Therefore, the codes, I've spoken about this before, the codes that you will get are codes that are also renewed. This is why you will find that anything that was created to destroy us in the age of Pisces will no longer be able to work in the age of Aquarius. Can I get a hello over there? Or the man-made diseases that they've been doing to us, or their chemicals they've been putting in our food and so on, will cease to work because the frequencies have changed. The frequency in which this was created and the frequency that will prevail will not work. This is how these palm-colored creatures get defeated finally. Question is, are you ready to exit, or are you going to stay with them in their mess? It's up to you. You hold the key to where you end up. So I hope this has been useful. It sounds like a rant, but I had to get this message out. Otherwise, I know that I was probably going to feel worse than I'm feeling already. So I just needed to press this live button and come on. It's going to go up on YouTube. As usual, I see people here. I don't know how you got on here, but I thought I was, just recording. But I'm getting used to this. I love you guys anyway. The fact that you show up just like that, no announcement, tells me that you're yearning and you're hungry for this change. Give that to your higher self. Give that to yourself. Don't shortchange yourself. Give yourself a fair chance. I am manifesting all that you wish for yourselves. I am manifesting for your family. I'm manifesting protection for you. As the chaos increases, manifest and phahla for protection over all that is yours. Call your energy back to you, because these palm-colored creatures right now need that energy. Call your energy back to you. Refuse to live in fear. That is the best you can do for yourself, is to not live in fear, because they feed off of that. Manage your own energy. If you feel tired, rest. If you feel teary-eyed, cry. Cry it out of your system. But do not lose focus on the fact that we are not going to wallow in any kind of self-pity. We are not going to wallow and dwell on the past. This is really your opportunity to break with the past. Do you have the strength to do that? Bawantu. And chart a way forward. This is a great, rare opportunity. We have had many eclipses over the decades, over years. But has any ever had this kind of drama around it? No. Why? Because none has been as critical as this one. We are bringing in a new age, and what a time to be alive for those who are aligned with nature. So on that note, I'm with you in spirit. We are in this together. And as I say, see you on the other side. Masithokozeni.